Welcome to the start of a new series on this channel of Frostpunk, where we attempt to do something and succeed. Hopefully in the most horrible way possible, but you know, we tend to go the horrible ways. So we're actually going to start with something very basic, one of my more favorite ones, and that's the Arks. Because the Arks is it's one of the first ones that came with the game, but it's one of the classic ones I feel. It's very good. So we're going to do this one, a nice little trio. We're going to do just basic difficulty, just get back into the groove. So welcome, sit back and enjoy this episode of the Arks. The Seedling Arks. We've been chosen to safeguard a priceless treasure. The seeds and seedlings of plants from all over the world. They've been deposited in seedling arks to stop them from freezing. But it falls to us to build a city to protect these precious buildings until the winter ends, however long that may be. The only way to do this is with automatons. We'll ensure the green earth is reborn, even if we aren't there to witness it. Time to get to work. So this is one where you essentially have to keep all the seedling arks alive, or at least I think it's like 3 of them. We'll be told in a second, but it's a fun one. We've reached the generator site and the seedlings are safely stored in the seedling arks. We were supposed to deploy automatons to make sure the city can run itself no matter the weather, but the transport carrying the factory plans was lost in the blizzard. We need to build a beacon and send a team to search for it. So first thing we're going to do is pause it, because you know I'm not about the no pause challenges. We gotta get to work. Preserve the seedlings. We must ensure that the seedling arks don't freeze. All the seedlings and many of the tropical seeds are very sensitive to the cold. If the temperature in the seedling ark falls below chilly for too long, its precious contents will be irreversibly damaged. Alright, so we have it paused. So our goal now is to essentially get this up and running. So these guys, we're going to get some tents going because I don't want them freezing. So we'll build some really fast tents. We're going to be out of wood, so we're going to get a group of engineers on that, a group of engineers on that. The automaton's going to get the coal because he's going to work 24/7 getting coal, which is very good. Very good. And then we're just going to let that go. I really just want some wood at the moment. I could care less about anything else. So I'm going straight into the wood. We're going to speed it up because no one's got time for that. And we'll get the last tent built. Alright. So the main goal is to get some food running as well. So we're going to go towards food. Get a cookhouse. This can be slightly further out because, well, frankly, we don't need to worry about its temperature rating because it's going to start with nice insulation. It's going to be insulated by the fact we have all the heaters in this area anyway. The heating is off. That's fine. We'll turn it on just for one night for you guys. There you go. There you go. Nice and warm. Nice and toasty. Because even though it's right here, it's not in the central area, we can still utilize it being over here. So since it's nighttime, we will take 5 people off of this because I'm not going to need as much wood now. Because we're going to start setting things up for the next day. So we're going to pause it. We're going to get ourselves a gathering post. It's going to go right here. Build it some roads. And then we're going to get another gathering post over here at some point because we're going to need the steel. First off though, let's get the tech, get the workshop started. We can utilize, since this one's going to be not many people in anyway, we're going to pull people off that for now. And we're going to put 5 engineers on this, add some research. We're going to go with heaters first, because that'll allow us to make things a lot easier in the way. Let's get emergency shift, because I like emergency shifts. Mostly because that allows us to get the extended shifts for the research. Got 1 sick person, so we're going to give them a medical post. And then of course, since we now have this up and running, we can pull. Since it's nighttime, we're not really worried about time constraints. We'll do that, we'll do that. And then this, I guess we can leave the engineers on there. That is probably okay. And we'll get a gathering post in this corner. Can we get all the things, or is it just not going to let me get all of them? What is that? Wood crates, and wood crates. I say we'll just go for the back 2 ones. Get those cleared, then we'll pull this back later. That means we can pull people off of this. And once the thing's built, we'll have people working on this. The coal is going to be fine because you have the automaton dealing with that. There's plenty to do. Okay, so research-wise, since this thing's researching that, we have 4 hours left to wait on that. And we need to put some people in there so people can stop being sick. Because every engineer is worth it at the moment. We need every engineer we got. Yeah, so workshop's done. Now we'll go for the beacon, which should be under exploration. Beacon. That way we can get the factory plans up and running sooner than later. And then research after that will be towards some resources. Because I do want to have some resources going for this. Alright. Should be fine on the next pass. So we get extended shifts. Because I don't care about your happiness. We already got the achievement for doing that without the lovely, lovely boosts. And we need hunting as well. Problem is we don't have any workers. So we're going to have to make do with the fact the hunting house is going to be useless to us. So it actually may pay in the research department, once we get the beacon done, is to go for a hothouse. Because we can actually work on that from with just having engineers doing it instead of relying on workers, which we do not have at the moment. So let's go towards food, health, and shelter. We're going to upgrade to that so we get the hothouses up and running. We will build the beacon once we get the steel, which means we got to send some people into the cold recesses. We can probably pull off a single day of him not working on that. So actually, he just finished working anyway. Good on that. What is our coal? I always forget the button, so we'll just go this way. Coal production, we'll be fine. Because we're gaining some coal from the fact over here. This is stabilizing us a little bit. Once these guys finish these two, we'll utilize that. Adaptation. We don't have kids, so this entire kid tree is gone. Let's get soup. Let's stretch our food supplies a little bit. You're not needed there anymore. Let's build the beacon. Beacon doesn't need to be built anywhere except... Well, I can build it anywhere because it doesn't really require anything like heat or anything. So I'm going to build it right here. Just because it's fast and effective. Let's build a team. And we'll send the team out to get our abandoned supplies. Storm on the horizon. Captain, with the beacon operational, we can clearly see the storm approaching from the south. It's still some distance away, but we better keep an eye on it and make sure we set up the infrastructure needed to heat the Arks before it hits. Alright. We have some infrastructure set up at the moment, so we'll be fine for now. You add some research. I want the hothouses because, again, we don't have access to workers to go off the other way. And we are out of steel, which is fine. It's okay. We have steel being made by this guy all throughout the night. And we're still stabilized by this. This is bothering me, so we'll just turn it off for now. That way it's just an off and on button instead of it constantly saying, hey, no one's working here. Once that's done researching, we'll be relatively fine. We got a second workshop to speed up research because I want more. They are now chilly. And we'll turn this into a same increased time. Steel wreckage depleted. We'll move the automaton to that one. Hothouse researched. That'll stabilize our food as well, so we'll put that in the inner ring. Steam cores. Yeah. Steam cores are a finite supply. Okay. Our supplies are covered in snow and ice. They seem undamaged, but we'll have to dig them out to be sure. Recover treasures. We spent hours hacking at the ice to free our supplies, but we did it. We were forced to abandon them once, and doing it again would be unforgivable. Take the resources. Again, we're just going to make our quick movement to try to get those factory plans. And then we're going to need to research resources. We're going to be running out of wood at some point in the future, but wall drill would be the choice on that. We're going to need steelworks, just because that'll allow me to up the amount of steel we're making a day, because this isn't that fast. Wood crates depleted. Wood crates are still over here, so we're fine for now on wood. The seedling arcs might freeze. Captain, in a few days the temperature will drop. Our seedling arcs will be in danger. We have to keep them warm with heaters or steam hubs. Yeah, it's fine. We're prepared already. Alright. There's no alcohol to make soup any better. So we'll just deal with that. We're going to actually utilize radical treatment, because that'll allow us to make things a lot easier in the end. Because with radical treatment, if we look at it, it allows us to treat people in medical posts. And then we can do extra rations for the ill, and then triage. The thing though is, we don't have access to the other thing, which would be medical apprentices, which are children. We don't have children. These people are not thinking for the future. They're thinking for themselves and trying their best to keep things going. Science. Science will lead to the future. We got a wall drill build as well, because I want that. And then we're going to need to get more engineers on that eventually. Okay. That's staying because we need the coal. We should be out of this the next day. So next day on, we're going to be out of wood, which is why we're researching the wall drill. Okay, where is our steel at in this? Steel's down here. We still have this steel location, and then of course after that we're going to need to get steel. Scouts have reached the broken automaton. Only the top of the automaton is sticking out of the snow. Digging it out will take some effort, but should be worth it. This automaton was left where it broke down. Thankfully, we managed to dig it out and fix it. We can now send this fully operational automaton to the city. Which I'm going to do because I really would like to have that right now. That's going to be put on the hothouse. Okay, you're reheating yourself. That's fine. On day 6 is when we'll have to start turning the heaters on, so we're going to need to get more coal running by that point as well. So the next research after this one will be in a form of coal, which is over here. We'll get some coal mines. And the automaton will work on that. There was always plenty to do. Alright, so coal mining. We got the wall drill ready. And that generally is in the corner over here by this one, which is why we're going to put the heater in this area so it gets this and the wall drill. Might not be needed though, thinking about it. Laws are ready, but we don't care for laws. Laws are for chumps. Get that one. Coal mining research. Scouts have reached the Lost Dreadnought. Our expedition's main vehicle left hopelessly wedged in a crevasse. Exploring will be difficult, but we have to find the factory plants that are on board. There's a technology to be acquired here. We were rappelled down into the crevasse, listening to the ominous sounds of the ice cracking under the weight of the steel behemoth. After an hour or so of searching, we find the documents safe and retrieve the factory plans. We must get them to the city as fast as possible. The weather is getting worse by the minute, and we need automatons to secure the city and the sealing arcs before the storm hits. Take it all. So we'll send these guys home real fast, because I want to be able to utilize the stuff we got. Excellent. Now we can start setting up the automated infrastructure to keep the seedling arcs at a safe temperature. Bring back the plans and set up a factory and increase the number of automatons to 3. Hope rises. Extra rations for the ill. Okay, so we have the coal mining done, we have that done, we have that done. Food, health, and shelter. Bunkhouses might be good, but we're going to get steam hubs for now, and then we're going to go down the tree to get more efficient of those things. Do that. I'm preparing for the automatons. I think we might put the extra engineers on the hothouse for now, and just have these guys running 24/7 on these two things. Because we definitely need those things running more than anything else. Okay, they're gonna start freezing now. And that's fine, we'll turn these all on. Problem is that's going to really cut into our coal. We're gaining 216 a day while losing 240 a day. That's a negative. The seedlings are in danger. Captain, the temperature in one of the seedling arcs has dropped too low. If we do nothing, its precious contents will be lost. We mustn't let that happen. And we won't. We'll heat it back up. Wood crates depleted, wood crates depleted, and pause. Nuke that building. We'll move the gathering post over to here. And we'll remove the road to get that lovely one piece of wood back. See, steam mobs we don't need just yet. Soon we will. Get up to full power, please. Full production. Gathering posts, resources depleted. Nuke that one. This one we might leave the roads a little bit. We'll just dismantle that street. Alright. Scouts have returned. That's a lot of coal. 4 steam cores, 130 steel, 100 wood, and of course, the factory plans. Now we can build the factory. We'll get that started. Long hours of toil. Sir, our people are worn out. Some of them have been working on extended shifts for days on end. Their effort is taking its toll, and they're becoming restless. They deserve a break. I won't address this right now. Discontent is a lovely thing to be having right now. So let's go to drafting machines, get that started, because I want to move to that level. Let's get ourselves a wall drill. That's the next thing we're going to need is a wall drill. And we're going to start needing to get... The automaton is here. So an automaton has reached our city. It's fully operational and ready for work. And that thing's going to go to work on the coal. So I would love some coal. So there we go. Up and running some lovely coal. So that's all working for us. Resource depot wise, we're going to probably start getting excess, so we'll get a resource depot made right now. Once this thing's ready, we're going to effectively rely on this to get us some wood. We have 5 engineers ready to be used. Alright. Actually, no. We're going to switch him from here to there for now. We don't need to iron as much as we need. An almost infinite amount of wood at the moment. Turn these off. Actually, fly faster this way. Flick on the heat sensors, we can just do that. Alright, drafting machines are ready. We'll have to get generator power upgrade, and then from there we'll get efficiency. We'll make sure the generator doesn't go to the second level though. If it does, yeah. Alright, let's throw this to coal, since we have an excess buffer on that. We'll send people to work on this. Nope. Level 1, we don't need that much heat at the moment. And then generator efficiency. And then we'll get the next one of these going. We'll get one of those. Fundamental research. So engineers asking for a day off to study an automaton closely. The automatons can be improved. They may be the pinnacle of our technology, but if we learned how to make them, we can surely learn how to make them better. If I take a closer look at any machine, I can adjust it to improve its performance. Why should it be any different with them? Carry on with your project. Engineer will be unable to work for 24 hours. Get those up and running, do an extended shift. We're out of wood. Of course we're out of wood, because we just literally burned it all into the furnaces to make some steel. Some carbon steel. Alright, once this thing's cleared out, we'll move the people to the next area, which will be down here to start getting some excess coal. You guys are waiting. Completely forgot about these guys. They've been just sitting in base going, hey, we can do things. Let's go to Icefall Mine. I would love some more coal. And if I'm remembering correctly, the mine has coal. A decent amount of coal. Turn this off now so it stops bothering me. I don't need to see that. Okay, so food's gonna be coming in now that we have that. Autonomous city. The automatons are performing admirably. Now we have to make enough of them to automate all the critical operations in the city before the storm hits. It's the only way to ensure that the sealing arcs will be supported during the storm. So we need 2 on the coal industry, 1 on steel, and 1 on raw food industry. So we're gonna have 2 on the coal industry eventually, but right now we're gonna get 1 on the steel industry. So we need to make more automatons. We need these guys to get us more cores. We also have a lot of people freezing to death. So triage it. We don't have to build a care house. The only time that we have to do that if it's in the normal scenario. Alright, so you're gonna be flicked off that now. Actually, I can stay on that. Surprisingly enough, I have 3 automatons. Completely forgot about that. Brilliant. Alright. We got a lot of wood. Let's get, can we get another one of these? No. Okay. Waiting on research really at this point. So you guys can come off that for now. Get this turned on. Efficiency on the generator, go to the resources. Coal mine optimization. Get a little bit more coal coming in. Wood crates depleted. Gathering post has no resources. Gathering post is gone. The search for steam cores. Captain, we've run out of steam cores. We knew there are some industrial ruins to the north and south. We might find more steam cores there. We have 2 steam cores. That's just because it wants us to be able to go up there and grab them. So what we're going to do is we're going to research a second outpost team. And we're going to pull 5 people off that eventually to do it. Test subject needed. So the engineer working on the automaton project is back. He wants to borrow an automaton. I'm close to a breakthrough. I just need an automaton for a day, and I believe I'll be able to propose specific modifications that will raise their performance permanently. Give him an automaton. Which one did he grab? That's the question I have. He grabbed the one working on the steelworks. That is okay. Good job, sir. You chose correctly. So we'll take the one off of that, put him on steelworks, because we need more steel. That's needing food. What's our food supply looking like? We're gaining 75 over what we need. Alright. You can probably not put this on soup and just have straight meals, because it still probably will give us enough food today. Yeah, 20 extra. The only time we're going to need more than that is if we end up having a issue with more people coming. So this gets us coal and steel. This mine is at risk of being buried by an avalanche at any time. It must have been abandoned a long time ago. Judging by the equipment, it looks like this mine was constructed before the Great Winter, possibly by the first prospectors to explore the area. The general disarray inside the buildings suggests they were abandoned abruptly, presumably due to some sort of earthquake. Many valuable resources have been left behind. I'll take that, and then we'll start moving towards the South Pass. Because in reality, the map is... If I can rotate the map is facing this way. This is the south, and that is the north. Doesn't look that way. Always confused me. But now it makes some sense, right? Alright, unpause. We need more automatons, but it'll be fine. Let's move this over here. Food's coming in, that's coming in. I would really like you guys to get me more research in the food section. At this moment, I really want exploration, so we're gonna get more scouts. More scouts, please. Reach the South Pass or Misty Valley. One of the two will happen. And you guys will start working on that. We'll have a nice buffer of coal soon. Probably take 5 people off this. Get the next automaton running. I would love another automaton. That way I can get the next mine up and running as well. Coal mine requires 10 steel. Alright. Flick these all back on again because it's getting cold out there. All the cogs are oiled. A new automaton has been built. Get that on that one. More scouts ready, meaning we have more scouts to utilize. Problem is we don't have any people to use for the scouts because this thing's running. It's gonna take about a day or two for that to run out. So the engineer working on the automaton project sent in his report. He broke the automaton he borrowed. Now he wants a steam core. The damage hasn't been for nothing. We can fix the broken machine, and on top of that we can now adjust the automatons to make them work faster. The engineer's busy again now, but he said he's onto something really exciting. Give him a steam core. Now we're out. Well, that's fine. I kind of budgeted for that. So we'll take that thing off. And put you back on there. I'm gonna go back for more research. Lighter scout sleds so they can move faster across the map and get more stuff. Traversing the narrow pass while avoiding the falling rocks and small avalanches was perilous, but we managed to get through. The observations made from the pass revealed several sites in the area worth exploring. Windswept snowfield or frozen pond. I'm gonna go for the frozen pond. This is pond. Okay, we're gonna get another one of these up and running. So you guys actually come off research for now. You're gonna go on a scout team, and we're gonna send you to the mountainside cave, and then eventually from the cave we're gonna send you over to the other place. Let's turn it off so this stops bothering me in my face. You guys can come off of that, go on there. Automaton can get to work on the food. He's spazzing out, that's fine. Adaptation, really don't need anything just yet from the law, so we can kind of just ignore that. That's just a suggestion at this point. Are you okay? Is it because there's nothing to do? That's okay. There's not a lot to do when it comes to automaton. Alright, temperature's gonna go up, so we'll be able to flick off these things now. Get some more coal coming in. Efficiency. And then research-wise, later scout sleds are being made. We're also probably going to need better houses soon, because temperature's going to start dropping immensely. Also probably need a second level of heater. So heating, improved heaters. So we'll head that off by getting that first. Scouts have reached the frozen pond. A distinct spot in the Frostland. We can use it as a waypoint for further exploration. Wrecked vehicle and isolated shelter. So let's go to the wrecked vehicle. That has the highest chance of getting us another steam core, which I am okay with. A huge success. So the automaton project is complete. Automatons can now be produced at a lower cost and used in medical facilities. We learned to modify the automatons with precision attachments, allowing them to work on the most fragile thing we know of, the human body. It also turns out we can remove some non-essential parts. It's like working on a car, or anything in general. I have a few extra bolts and nuts. That's okay. This cave could collapse at any moment. It's no wonder it hasn't been turned into a permanent shelter. We'll take what we can and leave before we're trapped in here. Or worse. I got some food and wood. I like my wood so I can burn my food. I mean, cook my food. Okay, so we're going to need to get more resources for coal. At the moment, we really can't because we have no... We don't have any steam cores until we get some steam cores back here. Okay, good. Proved heaters are done. That's done. That's done. So it might be time to go to the next level after we get bunkhouses. Because these are currently working at that, but we're going to go down a temperature, then we're going to go down 2 temperatures, and then for one day we're going to be freezing our butts off. Alright, so I'm going to get a resource thing for wood as well. Get 2 of them. Get some resources for wood and get some resources for the food. This food's gonna be running pretty much 100% of the time now. The air is still here. The trail ahead disappears in a milky haze. Even in the middle of the day, it feels like twilight. A narrow path we were investigating led onto a large, flat landscape. The snowy plains we discovered seem promising. We've already observed a dozen places worth exploring, and we only list one. 'Cause, we're lazy like that. We found the wreck of some sort of vehicle. We can salvage some parts from it. Whilst disassembling the wreck to salvage what we could from it, we found a hidden cache of supplies. Coal and steel. Let's go to the isolated shelter. So far, no steam cores, which is kind of hampering our expansion efforts over here. It's really hampering everything. We can't build any automatons, we can't do anything with the main quest, everything's just gone sideways, and that's fine for quitters. We're no quitters. These all on again. Now they're going to go deliverable, which was the goal. You're going to go to wood, and you're going to go to coal. There we go. Solving the problem before it actually happens. What kind of wizardry is that? We need one more coal industry, we need a raw food industry. So we need 2 more automatons for this thing to be 100% fine. So hopefully we can locate those things and that stuff. Bunkhouses are ready. Let's upgrade them. Really cheap because there's only 5 houses to upgrade. Problem is, by doing them all at once, people get very upset because they have no homes. It's really weird like that. A distinct spot on the Frostland. We can use it as our waypoint for further exploration. Our search hasn't uncovered anything of value, but we may be able to reach some more promising locations from here. Cracked ice, snow-covered supplies. Let's go to the snow-covered supplies. And then we have someone talking to us. A letter of thanks. Sir, an engineer is here to see you. He has a letter to you from his team. My workers asked me to deliver this. They're plain people, so it reads like bad poetry. But here's the gist of it. They want to thank you, sir. The sight of this automaton working tirelessly in the inhuman cold, where previously they toiled and suffered, is something worth living for. I'm glad to hear it. Something worth living for. Let's get cookhouse. I kind of want a cookhouse installation, but we do need to move our tech on one. We'll get that first, though. That's an easy upgrade. We don't need as much wood at the moment, so we'll take you off. We'll get you on the steel. Workday ends, except for the people studying their science. And as this next day dawns, this is where the first episode will end. So I do appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed today's lovely, lovely episode of Frostpunk, the Arks. And you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next episode. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your day.